Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. I'm doing another event shooting, of course, at another location for work. Just waiting for my coworkers to come out. We're actually going to be going back to the office, of course, but something has come up. Of course, I've got my nose. So all the cool stuff going on. Let me talk about today. I think we're going to talk about Kickstarter. I had a couple of, I'd say, really good pieces of information that came out to the fan base. We just released the cover for the upcoming Iconics of the World Eater. I've done all the initial layouts on the 4 Iconics. Like I said, although it's a rough draft. Well, I can say it's really not a rough draft, but it is the draft. It is well done and put together, and it's pretty awesome. I'm very happy with it. I think a lot of people will be also happy with it. It's very, very cool. We also, when we did it, we did the 4 main character classes. We also did an Unleashed Rogue and an Unleashed Rogue and Unleashed Barbarian versions also for people just in case you might want to play a little different style. So it's kind of cool like that. What other cool stuff's going on? We released the cover also to the Crisis fans. They got that. For New Exodus, I released the first chapter so everybody could see the actual put together first chapter we did with all the Iconics, the 4 main characters, the first ones, and the Lucari, and a little information about the planet Exodus. So they got to see that live and in color. It's been lots of fun. Oh, here comes my boss, Greg. We're going back to the office because we had an event.
It's very embarrassing walking out.
That's why I did very quickly.
I try to go around. And
see, you messed up. You should do like me. Just walk out. Don't even think about it. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. See, we had to walk out in this event because, of course, I got a call from Lucas's school. He says he's got a stomach ache, so we have to go. And since I drove with Greg, say hi, Greg. Since I drove with Greg, I gotta go with him. So hence we're going. And everybody's out here. I mean, even the cops. The cops are out here. I think I'll pull one of these cones away. They won't notice.
I'll pick you up.
Yeah. See, we're breaking rules here. Just walking to breaking rules. So yeah, it's been a good couple days. I've got some more work coming in that I'm dealing with. Jeff Lee, I know, is still working on the Sonic Dragons. We got a rough art piece back from him. Actually, not from him, from Greg, who was doing Prism. I'm expecting to see the other one come back pretty soon too. So we're gonna get that worked out. And like I said, it's pretty steady, pretty relaxed, pretty good feeling. I'm very happy today. All right, let me get it. Come on past me. I gotta put these back. So it's been. Look at this. How would you recommend pricing? Oh, okay. Well, that's a good question. For me, I kept it real kind of simple. We had a couple things. We had a $1 level, and that was purely for just to get people interested and wanted to support us, just in feeling, they just wanted to support us. Then we gave a $2 level for the retailers. The retailer level specifically was about getting them interested. Now, the $2 was basically like giving them a hold, because I always said the problem with retailers say they don't want to spend a lot of money on the projects and then, have to wait, months with the money tied up. That's what I said, $2. That gives you the hold for it. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty easy. It's simple for them. The next level up was basically the one-off, the one piece. And we figured out how much that one piece actually really costs. What's the real cost of that? And we basically gave them a little bit of a discount, but generally it was pretty in there. It's usually a PDF version. The next level for me would be the full PDF version of whatever we're giving away. And I try to keep mine at $20. That was like the most. But it's one of those things that because at that level, that's something that most people are going to go for. That $20 level is the one where people do the best. I can say the majority of your money will be made on that level. Plus, if it's PDF, you don't have to print it. It's a cheaper product for you to make, but as more money comes coming in, your rewards, which I'm assuming will also be most likely PDFs, at least mine were, it makes it easier for people to say, yeah, for $20, yeah, I'm getting a much better deal than $20. So that's kind of what that level's for. It really is trying to get people to buy. Then above that, you do what I call, now it used to be black and white soft cover, but I've moved away from that. I'm just saying full color soft cover. And then the next level above that would be a hardcover. And then when I get to and the hardcover, depending on what you're getting and what else you're adding, can be anywhere between, you know, $60 to $99. And I believe once you get over $99 at $100, that should be your interval, like $199, $299, $399. And those kind of intervals are really awesome things to add to it. Stretch goals. Most of my stretch goals are things that I'd want to see played in the thing. I wanted more, like, okay, for example, we were doing, you know, we added iconics to it. That was one of the things we did as a reward. We were always planning to do iconics, but it just helped make even more of them. Like, for example, for Crisis, we had 2 or 3 different more iconics we added on top of the ones we've already done. So we've got to do new iconics just for that. I was like, no, I'm sorry, got it confused. For Neo Exodus, not for that. So I always say pick things that people would want to actually use for your rewards, and pick like really good rewards. If you can budget it in, I think personally, I think the break point is around $2,000. For $2,000, you can do a good 8 to 16 page supplement for it with full art, editing, everything, and still falls in as a pretty good reward for that. You know, and I think it's easy to get that. You know, 40 people giving you $20 a pop, you got it. You know, or a couple guys giving you the higher levels, you know, $50, $60, you can do just as well. So that's a thought process for me. That's why. Plus, my stretch goals are all based on ideas that things I wanted to have. I think they have to be really personal. I think it helps out when it's personal. Another stretch goal a lot of people don't do, which I think is a great idea. If you can, find a way that you can get your backers in their pictures in the art itself. We did a level, I can't remember if it was like $2.99 or $3.99, but the backer's face we use as an image that's going to be in the book. You know, that's a cool stretch goal. People like seeing their faces and stuff. I didn't realize that. The first time I really did that was with Neo Exodus, and then we had 8 guys who appear as guys in the book. You know, they're going to be, you know, these characters forever. I mean, these are NPCs, but you know, dude, you're a face of a character. How cool is that? So I mean, that's just something else right there. So yeah, let me actually cut this one a little short since we're driving back to work and everything. But yeah, I think Kickstarter is a great tool for everybody to try out. I think it's interesting. I think people who want to, oh, no problem. That's what we're here for. We're always about getting good information. And I'll tell you, if you want to try something different on Kickstarter, here's something that I've been toying with for a while. You know, most of my Kickstarters are about, you know, $5,000, $10,000. I'm thinking of actually maybe doing a shorter Kickstarter, like a 14-day Kickstarter that, you know, it's 14 days. It's boom. You do it quick, get interest, but make it a very low-level Kickstarter. You know, maybe even like $1,000. Because, you know, at $1,000, it's easy to get, and I think you can get a lot of rewards on top of that. But, you know, if you're going to kickstart something that you want to do, or even better, some people always tell me, it's not even Kickstarter, it's kick finishing. For example, with Crisis, we get all the writing in progress while doing the Kickstarter, and I mean, it's basically in the editing phase now. You know, we've edited, the first one is done. All the editing on that is done. It's on the layout. We just need to do artwork for that. The second one, the first round of edits have gone through. I've done layout, and we need art in that. And the third one is actually being done now. Will probably be to the end of the week, and we're going to have that laid out over the weekend, the first part of the week. And then it's just paying for art. And then at that point, we send it out to you guys to take a look to see if we missed anything stupid or we made some silly mistake or something. And then it just keeps moving on to just developing it out and getting it out to as soon as possible. That's 90% of it right there. You know, it's fun to do, but it's also kind of difficult to get it done so quickly. But it was the smart thing to do. Paying for it all in advance, handling it all in advance, and then just recouping your money with the Kickstarter, I think it's a much better plan. I think even next time, we might just do the entire project, Kickstart, get the money, pay back the people, pay off ourselves some of the stuff we did, and then just release it. You know, and that's another way of me thinking. Plus, is the whole, will I release books or just PDFs? I've been debating about that. I think a PDF makes it much quicker and much faster, and then maybe offer the people who did the Kickstarter the book at like half the normal price, so it's a good deal for them. You know, there's lots of different options. It all depends. All right, let me get out of here. Let me finish this up since Greg and I got to get back to work. Right, Greg? See, Greg's hard worker. That's what hard work's all about. All right, we'll talk to you all later.